Hola, niñas y niños. Hello, girls and boys. Miss Allie from the nursery and me, Miss Carol, from the 3- and 4-year-old Sunday school classroom, want you to know that we miss you very much, and we hope that you're having a very happy time at home with your family. My son Tomas and I are going to read you a story called A Mother for Choco by Kiko Kaza. Choco was a little bird who lived all alone. He wished he had a mother, but who could his mother be? One day he set off to find her. First, Choco met Mrs. Giraffe.
"Oh, Mrs. Giraffe,"
he cried.
"you are yellow just like me. Are you my mother?"
"I'm sorry," sighed Mrs. Giraffe, "but I don't have wings like you." Next, Choco met Mrs. Penguin.
"Oh, Mrs. Penguin,"
he cried.
"you have wings just like me. Are you my mother?"
"I'm sorry," sighed Mrs. Penguin, "but I don't have big round cheeks like you." Then Choco met Mrs. Walrus.
"Oh, Mrs. Walrus,"
he cried.
"you have big round cheeks just like me. Are you my mother?"
"Now look," grumped Mrs. Walrus, "I don't have striped feet like you, so don't bother me." No matter where Choco searched, he couldn't find a mother who looked just like him. When Choco saw Mrs. Bear picking apples, he knew she couldn't be his mother. Mrs. Bear didn't look like him at all. Choco was so sad he started to cry.
"Mommy, Mommy, I need a mommy."
Mrs. Bear came running to see what was the matter. As she listened to Choco's story, she sighed. "Oh dear, if you had a mommy, what would she do?"
"Oh, I'm sure she would hold me,"
sobbed Choco. "Like this?" asked Mrs. Bear, and she held Choco very tight.
"Yes, and I'm sure she would kiss me too,"
said Choco. "Like this?" asked Mrs. Bear, and she lifted Choco and gave him a big kiss.
"Yes, and I'm sure she would sing and dance with me to cheer me up,"
said Choco. "Like this?" asked Mrs. Bear, and they sang and danced together. When they stopped to rest, Mrs. Bear turned to Choco and said, "Choco, maybe I could be your mother."
"You?"
Choco cried.
"But you aren't yellow, and you don't have wings, or big round cheeks, or striped feet like me."
"My goodness," said Mrs. Bear, "that would make me look very funny." Choco thought it was funny too. "Well," said Mrs. Bear, "my other children are waiting for me at home. Why don't you join us for apple pie, Choco?" Apple pie sounded wonderful to Choco, so off they went. When they arrived, Mrs. Bear's other children rushed out to greet her. "Choco," said Mrs. Bear, "meet Hippie, Allie, and Piggy. I am their mother, too." The sweet smell of apple pie and the sound of laughter soon filled Mrs. Bear's home. After their delicious treat, Mrs. Bear gave all her children a big, warm bear hug. And Choco was very happy that his new mommy looked just the way she did. So this story makes me think about God as like our mother in heaven. God made us all different. Some people have red hair, and some have blonde hair. Some people are good at building with Legos, and some are good at playing the xylophone. Some people speak English and some people speak Vietnamese. We are all different in some ways, but we are all the same too, because we are all God's children. And so we are like sisters and brothers. We belong to God and to each other. So we should always be kind to each other and always have fun together. So Tomas and I hope you like the story, and adios for now. Goodbye for now. Hasta luego. Hope to see you again soon. Bye.